awesome lady as I was pulling up, right? God told me, remember I told you how I ain't got no job and y'all know I got that car, right? God told me to take that car and your paintings and go to the park and ask the people what's going on, what they think is going on, and to let them speak freely. So I've met this young lady. She does not want to be on camera. I'm gonna just stand next to her and let her speak. Okay, so we're gonna have a conversation, uh, and you're free to say anything that you feel like you need to say. Okay, so question number one. Question number one. What do you think is going on in the world?
I think everyone has fallen.
Now we get closer.
I think everyone has fallen. It reminds me of this movie. It's an old movie by Denzel Washington about how evil spirits pass through us without us knowing. So when I
Yeah,
look at what's going on and look at the things that's going on and look how people are just acting for no reason, I feel like everybody has fallen and
yeah,
lost their ways. Everyone wants to be everything except for what they really are.
yeah,
You know, childs of God.
yeah.
But I think that every day when I get up, when I go to sleep, I was just up the street pulling at the grocery store, and I couldn't get in the grocery store because it was really packed. And the moment I pulled out the grocery store, this is like 5 minutes before I came here,
Uh-huh.
it was a shooting. I heard three,
Oh,
I heard three different gun sounds, so that means it was three different guns. And I was telling my kids, I said that was God
that was God.
because I wanted just orange juice and oranges because we have codes, so I wanted the
Okay.
vitamin.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was God. And so at first I said, is that gunshots? My son said, no, it's a car backfire. And I said, no, those are
Nah, that's
gunshots.
gunshots.
And I was like, that was God because we was about to go to that store.
Oh,
And I was just
wow.
like, oh my God, like the store was literally 10 feet away from us. So I
Wow.
just feel like the people has fallen, you know. We praise things that are material instead of praising the person that made us, the person that made the
God
material.
told me that's the reason why he gave me, because I'm not a material person. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not the person that's going to put it on show when it happened.
Right.
But he said, that's why I gave, right now is the reason why I gave you that car, because I need you to put this here with music and the people going to come to you
Uh-huh.
because people like material things.
Yes,
That's true.
it's very true. And that's what people have followed that, not really paying attention to what's important. You know, we
Yeah.
are so possessive of possessions.
Hmm.
And as a human, as a person, it's not good for our health, our mental, spiritual, physical.
Yeah.
And my people, they really have fallen. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't been to church in a while, but I started going something. We can have church anyway. We can have church
Anyway.
right now. You
Hmm.
know, but I went to church last week, and I was like, God calling me to be where He want me to be. You know, He sent things through me, through messages. He sent people to me like yourself, out of random. You know,
Yeah.
and I know I'm human, so my first reaction, like anybody else's, is human. We
Yeah.
think human wise, but at the same time, I can't continue to keep falling. You know what I
Real
mean?
talk.
It's real.
Real
It's
talk.
real out here.
I want to throw something out there because I think God is like He had you say that word on purpose,
Mhm.
falling. I think. Okay, there's more to my story,
Mhm.
right? At the beginning of the pandemic,
Mhm.
I literally found out that my husband was molesting my daughter.
Oh wow.
Wow, right?
I'm sorry for that.
But when I look back on it,
Mhm.
I feel like it was falling, that movie.
Mhm.
Because I remember the look on his face. It
Mhm.
wasn't my husband.
Mhm.
Like he was, like he looked
Yeah.
weaselly.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I
Yeah.
think this concept of that movie,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's because I see people, I
Mhm.
see the way they treat each other, the way they put sabotage in front of each other,
Yep.
knowing you might be trying to do something God told you to do,
Yep.
but it's like, if I couldn't do it, you definitely can't do it.
Yep.
So let me put every stumbling block in your way because
Absolutely.
if you make it, it'll prove that I wasn't trying. You get
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because I'm better than you. You
Yep.
know what I mean? That's the way
Yep.
the world thought process. But what people don't know, God coming back.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only thing that's gonna save us is falling madly in love with him. Like
Mhm.
madly, like, oh,
Yep.
the king, right?
Absolutely.
So I got another question for you.
Mhm.
As it relates to what's going on in the government, do you know much about it? Like, do you see what's going on in the like on the news and stuff like that?
It's kind of weird because religiously, like, I grew up in a house of Jehovah's Witnesses, so it's like we don't really think much of politics because we think more of Jehovah than
Uh
anything.
huh.
So it's like hard for me to really stick with it because it's part of the world though. It's part
Yeah.
of what's going on, but it's
Yeah.
hard for me to stick with it, especially when it's something I wasn't taught. You know, at an early age when I was when I was in elementary school, the pyramid, they used to show us the pyramid about the food change. And to me, since the sixth grade, I always felt the government was corrupted and no good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I try not to get too much in politics. It upsets me. It really do, because we're just numbers.
I gotta show this car. Hold on.
Yeah.
I know who that was.
Yeah, we're just numbers to the government. We're not black. We're not white. We're just number 3, 4, 5. We're none of that.
Right.
We're none of that. So
Right.
I try to take my focus off it sometimes because it's so depressing. Honestly, I don't watch the news. I cut it off. I work in a nursing home. When the residents watch it, I turn it down because it's so depressing and it's a distraction.
Yeah.
It's a distraction, and sometimes I feel like it distracts me and my faith in what I believe in.
Yeah.
And it's sad. The government run the world at any time they can say, hey, you see when they put us under quarantine?
Yeah.
And I told my cousin, I said, Americans are so selfish because here we are over here upset that we can't get haircuts and stuff like that. But over there in them foreign countries, they were selling those people in their house. They wasn't letting them come outside. And that's being so selfish, us Americans, that we were mad because we couldn't get Starbucks, or we were mad because we couldn't get a haircut. But what about the ones who were truly suffering, who couldn't come out their house?
Real
Remember
talk.
when the pandemic came, nobody in China could come out.
Real
there was
talk.
nobody on the streets of Italy, nowhere.
Real
nowhere.
talk.
But when it comes to politics, I don't like it so much because, like I said, sometimes it makes me question my faith and sometimes it discourages me.
Yeah.
So when it comes to politics and stuff, I'm really not into it.
Okay.
My family, they're witnesses. Nobody voted. You know, even though the Obama and Trump was a very important election,
Yeah.
nobody voted.
I didn't vote either, though. Don't feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
It was like during the Trump when I voted.
Yeah.
But then I found out right then, like once everything happened, it was like something going on, and then of course after that we saw what happened. So I wasn't voting for none of them no more.
But you know what I said about, you know how the Bible is already written? That Trump, when he won the first term, it was something that was already written 60 years ago when he first. This is how I look at it.
Yeah.
When I do look at politics, it made me look too deeply into it.
Right.
I feel like this was already something that was written, and he was going to be president by X amount of years for one term. He was promised that 60 years ago. What is 77, however old he is?
Yeah.
You know, he was promised that years ago. It was already written. So
Yeah.
when
I feel that way too.
Yeah, when I do think about politics, it gives me a little. It was already written.
Yeah. Okay, so are you taking steps to prepare your family? Oh, you couldn't be because you don't really know what. Okay, let me tell you what's going on real quick, okay? Any second now, W3 is about to jump off. There's a milk shortage for the babies. So there's babies starving.
Yep.
But they just passed a lot of money to go over there to fight. And I see you have a son. So that's a good question. Would you let if they drafted within the next few years when he's old enough, would you let him go?
His obligation to me is not to the country. I don't know where they mistaken that at, in the army, in the military. This isn't our country. It's not the land of the free. So no, my son wouldn't. His obligation is not the country, because guess what? You go over there and fight, you come home with no legs, and then you just out of luck.
Yeah.
So no, that's my only son.
Yeah. You know what? I'm glad you said that, because God also told me to come over here based on race. Like he said, go to the white part, then go to the black part, and ask this question, because they've been programming us to on each side. You know what I mean? To where it's like, whoa. So I'm going to tell you, sis, I agree with you. And I think that this is our country. I'm just letting you know that. I think this is ours. Because we ain't got nowhere to go. Black people ain't got nowhere to go. They made it to where, I don't know. Like, I had a friend. Let's talk about this friend. My friend, she said, about her family history. And, we were Polish, right? Everybody could tell me where their family came off of that boat at and what part of the world their people are from. But a black person could never, all they could tell you is a continent. They can't tell you Cameroon, Morocco. We can't tell. I have no clue, right? I can't go, as far as I can go back is my great-great-grandmother, Baby. Her name was Baby. That's all I know. So that makes me take complete ownership of this place. That's mine. You feel me? So let me give you this, though. But I agree with you. If it happened, nah, my son ain't going. Let me tell you why. Because he has the right, I have the right as a family to fight for noble causes, right? And if you want me to go find milk for the babies, want my baby to do that? Sure, right? But this thing that's going on over there it's been too obvious that it's orchestrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just been too obvious that it's orchestrated. And I want to protect American soil more than anywhere, you know? And it's crazy that I would have to do this video, right? A freedom of speech project, you know? Because we're Americans and we're afraid to be on camera. Y'all need to know this. I got friends in different countries, you know? But y'all need to know it's gotten to the point where Americans are like, no. Now, mind you, I'm just crazy. That's why I'm on camera. Right? Because I really do believe that if it's real,
Yeah.
if something happened to me, all y'all will know.
Right.
If not, I just gonna look crazy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna, they're gonna be like, damn, she crazy. You know, that's all. But I do have a moral obligation for the next generation.
Yes.
I'm so scared for the life that I'm gonna let my daughter inherit.
Yeah.
The world that, you know what I mean?
I say that on a daily basis. One of my favorite songs, you know, Whitney Houston, "We Are the World." I'm gonna say it's the name of, you know, they say teach our children well and let them lead the way. Some people stop teaching their children.
Everybody stop teaching their
Stop
children.
teaching their children. They let them raise themselves. So it's scary. I just came from the school. All I heard was cuss this, cuss that. I told my kids, it's their first year. You guys are not going back. I would work hands and feet to put y'all in a private school, Catholic school. Why? Because they're structured. They have morals. They look more education. You can't fight on Wednesday and be back in school next week.
Right.
You're out of there.
Right.
So I told them, you guys are growing up. You guys are getting older. I want you to focus. You don't have to do nothing but focus. Focus on your schoolwork. Focus on God. I was at school. I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed to be a parent.
Yeah.
The parent in
Me too.
wanted to say stop, 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 but I'm like, you know what?
You can't.
It started at home.
Yep.
It starts at home.
Because they mama gonna get mad at you. How dare you speak to my child?
Especially when they're letting the kids raise themselves.
Yeah.
These kids barely. I told my daughter the other day. I caught her saying something that was inappropriate. I said, be a kid. Make good grades.
Please
Clean
be
your
a
room.
kid.
I said, because you're not ready for the world.
That's crazy. I told my daughter the exact same thing. I said, daughter, if you want to know what I envy, like what I look up to, I envy the fact that you get to be a teenager. Like you get to put pigtails in. You get to be creative with your clothes. You get to be a teenager. Do it slow. Do it slowly, baby. Do it slowly. Yeah.
Dog life is rough.
It's rough.
The world, we can show our kids something else, but the world gonna show them something that we never imagined, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'm a good parent. I'm a single parent at that, so I think I'm a good parent. I think I try to provide and I try to show them the right way, but the world gonna always show them something else because the world is cruel.
Right.
The world has truly, truly fallen.
Fallen.
I was trying to tell somebody the other day, I couldn't think of the name of the movie, but once I found out what it was, I told her, I'm like, you know what, you gotta watch this movie because I believe in spirits, I believe in God, I believe in the Holy Ghost, and I said, people are getting spirits tossed all around them, all through the world, and don't even realize what's going on. It's these evil spirits.
Yeah.
You're supposed to love your neighbor like you love yourself. If that's the case, y'all hate yourself.
Y'all hate yourself.
You hate yourself.
Real.
You have no love for yourself.
Preach.
You know? Hey.
Preach. Well, I want to thank you. God told me, I don't know, you know, God told me, right? I don't got much, but he said, make sure the people know that they're valued and gas prices going crazy. So at least I can get you two gallons.
Okay.
No. God told me I have to. It's a part of it, boo. It's a part of the whole thing. Oh, wait, it's right here. But it's a part of it. You know what I mean? That like, you can't block my blessings, sis. Right, I'm about to get blessed, right? But he did tell me I had to do this so that people, and mind you, I don't work for a company, so that people could see their own power. Right? Like God is truly leading the way. He's tangible. He's here. And he's worried about us, y'all. Real talk.
I hate when I can't remember Bible verses, but it's a Bible verse that says, if the people of the land call me by name, I will heal the world.
Yes. If my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray, and I will hear from heaven.
Yes, there it is.
Amen. And heal their lands.
Thank you, sister.
Hallelujah.
That's my favorite. I really held on to that during the pandemic. I'm like, dang, it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Me too. Girl, me too.
I was real scared. Is that Bible verse?
Oh, I know. It took you through. Can I hug you? Please don't cry. God is here. He is here. And let me give you another one that's about to take you the rest of the way. You ready for the one that's about to take you to the net? Not right. You can't cry with me. Come on now. They ain't loud. Okay, this is what's the one that's going to take you to the next step. Psalms 91. He promises those that love him He is going to protect us the whole step of the way. Look, he's even taken from the bad people and passing it over to the good people. Okay? I'm a living girl. I'm a living witness. Right? So I'm telling you, he got your back. Because you know another part of him having your back? I saw you walk up right when I pulled up. I was like, oh, time to get started.
We were actually going home. They were like, can we go to the and eat? I'm like, no, let's go home. And they was like, please. I'm like, you know what?
Out of the
Over
miles
12-hour
of
shift in the
babes.
nursing home. I said, you know what? Yeah.
Let's
If I can
go.
go and give somebody else my time and go and establish somebody else, I can establish a bond at the lake. It ain't much.
Ain't
you know,
much.
But
Ain't much.
it's all right.
Well,
So,
girl, it's going to be great.
yeah.
I'm telling you this. This is what God told me we got to do.
Yeah.
We got to worship.
Yeah.
Like this kind of worship. Like, hey,
Right.
he coming. Like that kind. Because it's like we give more salute to LeBron James.
Absolutely.
When he walk in the door, they like, ah!
Yeah, absolutely.
But God said that this is his time. He's about to cleanse the land
Yeah.
and put back what was crooked. He about to put it back straight again.
Yeah.
And all those that's on the straight, like want his, and let me tell you what the straight is. He knows we not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian and a minister,
Uh-huh.
right? He knows we not perfect.
Right.
I fall short daily, okay? I cuss, I smoke cigarettes, and I ain't gonna even lie, during the worst of it, weed helped me get through. Let me be real. Let me just go, and he said, don't do these things.
Yeah.
But I have to be the naked me. If you will see my desperation.
Yeah, I understand.
So maybe they'll see my desperation
Right.
about knowing what's coming for our babies.
Yeah.
It's time to rise up. We love y'all. Bye. In a minute. One more. I just gotta. We gonna do it again. God said 10 times today before I can go to bed. 10 times. We need 10 opinions. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.